Welcome to On the Fence, the show that's about helping you decide whether or not to spend your hard-earned money on the biggest and possibly best releases. Nick,
Hans!
we are looking at Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, also known as how long can Nick play a game before he rage quits in front of an audience?
This, dog.
I don't think you do.
Don't you worry. Do I have subtitles on? I should probably.
You should be,
I
yeah.
have no idea what subtitles on.
Of course, yeah, because you're playing Japanese. I like to think you have subtitles on. So, Nick, let's talk about Sekiro.
Sekiro! Stop saying Sekiro!
Sudoku.
That's just racist.
No, I promised myself before we started this I wasn't going to divulge into racism.
That's...
So,
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to behave myself. This is from the same guys that made Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
So rumour is it's a little bit in the difficult side.
Yes!
But before we get into the difficulty curve, Nick, what is Sudoku?
I hate you. Sekiro is obviously one of these Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Souls games, for lack of a better term. Set in pseudo-realistic feudal Japan.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it realistic because there's some weird-looking dudes and some people are way taller than they probably should be.
And he has a robot arm.
Not robot. Prosthetic.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so you play as Wolf, this guy. At the start of the game, your ward, who you're sworn to protect, he is a young lord. He is kidnapped, and you lose your arm in the fight trying to protect him. Hence why you have this, the Shinobi prosthetic, which has multiple functions. You can have it do multiple things. So the three I currently have equipped are an axe, a flamethrower, and shurikens.
Flamethrower of Japan. Sorry,
Yeah,
let's continue.
It always has some functions, so like it'll always have a grappling hook regardless of what you actually have equipped in it. And yeah, this is fairly different from your traditional Soulsborne game.
I was about to say, like, the prosthetic arm seems to be a replacement for magic and stuff, almost.
Kinda, I see it more as a replacement of the the gun in Bloodborne.
Okay.
So, this is you have a training dummy in this. This guy is just a guy who cannot die. So you can essentially come up to him and say, "Yo, I want to train," and say, "Alright, so this is what I'm going to show. Here is the basics of the combat, which I'm going to talk through now against this enemy, so I don't have to talk while I'm actually playing the game." So you can see that this guy has a health bar and one of those weak pips above his health.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, as you attack people and they are blocking, you fill up that posture, I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And if that fills up, you can initiate a death blow on someone, which will remove one of those pips.
Jesus Christ.
And to kill someone, you need to get rid of all their pips. The health, or all their health. One health bar equals one pip as well.
Okay.
So you can either reduce their health by just slowly wearing them down, or the death blows will automatically remove a full health bar.
I take it then, the more difficult the enemy, the more
Yes.
hits it takes to break their posture.
Yes, precisely. So that's the basics of just attacking someone. Now we get into the actual fun part, which is what actually probably makes this game, I would argue, the best playing Souls game. So obviously, being samurais and fun, awesome guys,
Yeah.
you're mainly focusing on drawing out attacks and deflecting. A perfect deflection.
Why is there so much blood?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be undead.
A perfect deflection will net you a death blow. So this is kind of the way combat goes: is you'll kind of work your way up deflecting shots until you can hit the perfect one and nail a death blow.
Okay.
And that's that is the guts of the combat. Like, from what I can see, they don't add a lot. I'll show you this. There's 3 types of, like, super attacks that enemies will do, which is either a thrust, either a thrust like that, a sweep, or a grab.
This dude is just okay with you killing him.
He can die!
But yeah, I'm sure he still feels pain.
Yeah, that's the funny bit, is he eventually reveals to you that this actually all still hurts him, even though he can't die. And you're like, oh.
Why would he agree to this?
So yes, that is the basics of the combat.
So that seems, pretty simple in terms of maybe a one-on-one encounter.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And then
that shit gets fucked.
And then you had like multiple enemies, and yeah.
So in terms of this area is just like your hub, which is fairly standard for these types. There used to be someone standing there. Maybe he's died. I don't know. So you have this hub, and obviously you have your bonfire equivalent, like they had in all the Souls games. Mm-hmm. There seems to be 2 kind of parts to this game, for lack of a better term. So you have what I'm currently in now, which is like your current day stuff.
Yes.
And every so often you'll get a bell, which will unlock a memory.
Okay.
Because Wolf has amnesia. He doesn't really remember anything from waking up and just before losing his arm. So he is this is 3 years ago from what he remembers, and he got a bell and rang it and prayed to a Buddha, and he was transported back to one of his memories. Which I've still not finished out yet.
Was there stealth elements in this?
Yes! So this, I feel like, is also kind of the extra layer they've added to this that is kind of making it a lot more fun to play than... I bounced off Bloodborne, I'll say. I got really into the Soul series, but I bounced off Bloodborne quite a lot because I wasn't a fan of the lack of like shields and stuff like that. But I feel like this gets around this by having the really cool stealth mechanics. So you can see, I see 3 guys here. Uh-huh. And from playing this bit before, there's a 4th guy behind them. So I could just run up here. 2 of those guys are bow and arrow guys that will just sit and flame like fire arrows at me. So I could do that, or I could be smarter and go right here and like actually like sneak up behind them and start like trying to pick them off one by one rather than confronting every problem head on.
So there is some sort of takedown, stealth takedown.
Yes, so if you manage to get up to someone behind without them like noticing you, you will automatically do a death blow to them. Okay,
that's pretty good. But a death blow doesn't kill them, it just takes
them down.
No,
it just takes down 1 pip. Oh, that guy.
Oh, he detected you, Nick.
You can see there's one guy there, or the other guy. That's the guy. That's the guy who's walking back and forth. There's another guy there, and I believe there's another guy around here. Oh shit! I missed that jump.
Gee, I wonder how he saw you whenever you jumped into the air.
So, like, I'll do this quickly. So, I know he's there. I'll jump up, instantly murder that guy.
There's so much blood. There's not.
This guy won't be able to fight back. So now I've instantly taken down like 2 of those guys that would have caused me issues.
Mm-hmm. There is something now, mostly because Bloodborne introduced it more so than... Does he think that fire's going to scare... Oh, you're burning, okay. See,
Jesus!
Bloodborne kind of introduced it first. But there's something really, like... Because the combat is so, like, visceral, there's something really, like, gory about the fact you're actually facing humans. Because in Dark Souls you did fight humans sometimes.
Yeah.
But they were in, like, full suits of armor. And then in Bloodborne you did fight humans, but they were kind of like zombie humans, and then all the other ones, the other hunters and stuff, were kind of wrapped head to toe in, like, their clothing.
Yeah.
These guys are just straight up dudes.
Yeah, these guys literally just look like average Joe Blocks.
Like other samurai.
Yeah.
I got that. I really had to fight off saying,
"No, Leo! No!"
So, cats in the room recording is not professional. But, like, here's a question. If you're fighting boring-ass dudes, have they taken away some of the crazy creatures that you would fight normally in these sort of games?
No! And I'll show you one later, because it was really freaked me out when I saw it.
So, I take it that there is still all this stuff. Is he... I thought he couldn't see you there. I was just like, what is he looking at? Yeah,
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
see, like, this is the thing, right? Between the archers and then the guys with fire, like, this is
Fuck off.
just mental and very difficult. To me, this is really... This isn't even, like, a proper, like, fight. This is
No.
some dudes.
Oh, I haven't even got to a boss fight yet, and I'm worried. So there is, obviously, a lot of these guys go down with one kind of death blow.
Yes.
So the other side of this is you will occasionally encounter, like, mini bosses, probably for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
That will not, like, they're not one-hit kills, essentially.
He can straight up see you, dude.
No, yellow, okay, no.
I see you! Like, he can see you. I see you!
I know where I am now.
No!
That dog would have killed me before I killed it.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, you're right. Oh, the dog's not a happy dog. So is there like an Estus flask sort of equivalent in
Yes,
this
so
game?
I have the healing gourds.
Okay.
So, and they work the exact same way as Estus Flask did in 3, where you'll occasionally get gourd seeds, which for every gourd seed you'll get another usage of it every time you get the bonfire.
Mm-hmm. Was there an Estus flask equivalent in Bloodborne?
Yes. No, there wasn't, actually.
So much blood. I admit the stealth takedowns are pretty baller.
Yeah!
Oh, you stabbed through the mouth. So not good.
Okay. So the other big thing I feel like in this one is they've completely removed stamina.
Okay.
So like I can just sit here and like quick hop all the live long day.
I suppose though that's because they
Hold up.
like the point of stamina is to kind of make you more.
Yeah, so you can't just sit there and block all day.
Yeah, but
so
like it's
the opposite is like your poise can be broken the same way an enemy's poise can be broken. Oh god! Oh Jesus! Yeah, fuck.
That dude with the axe is just causing you severe problems. There's some sort of indicator on the left there.
Oh, so that's just telling me that like yeah, there's a bit I can grapple to up here.
Run away!
So that is like that is a viable strategy. Like so, say I know like alright, I'm outnumbered here. If I can get in range of somewhere and grapple up here, they have very little way of dealing with me being up here, and they will eventually like I could just here to like kind of jump over here and then like get away from them to somewhere they wouldn't be able to get to.
I think the ranged enemies can still get you.
Yeah, like and they all like will like pick up stones and throw them at you. But if you can get somewhere where they can't actually like get to you,
yeah,
like they will quickly like give up the chase and allow you to kind of reset the encounter and try and like take another guy out with stealth rather than trying to like face them all head on.
So, did you just?
Oh, there's a guy there.
Yeah, did you not see him?
No.
I was like, what? Is he not going to do anything?
I'm not sure. I haven't used the axe yet. Oh god! Ah, Jesus! You just kicked fucking
Dirt at me, you muck chucker! Like, what the f- It's not racist. It's a wanking thing, remember? Chucking one's muck.
I'm sorry.
Don't, why, you're the racist one, not me.
I've lost track of this guy.
Damn it, the stealth works both
Oh,
ways.
Jesus!
Oh, he threw muck at you, Nick.
He threw oil at me.
He chucked a muck.
Come on, stop that!
Fight me like a man. What did quite a lot of damage.
You know what did more damage? Stabbing him in the throat.
So, like, as we've seen so far, you're kind of getting dicked.
Yeah, the game is tough.
So, I was doing
Oh, Jesus.
a wee bit of research, if you will. Because I'm a video game journalist like that, you know. Some people have said that this game has jumped the shark with the difficulty. Like, Souls games and Demon Souls were always known for being difficult, but this game seems to... I don't know, I'm trying to think of the correct way to talk about it. It seems like they've made it difficult for making it difficult sake.
I don't agree with that. I think this is very different to the other games. Even Bloodborne, you could still play essentially like a Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
This one, like, because with the lack of stamina and all that, it is very different, and you can play it a very different way, and they want you to play it a very different way, which I think is catching a lot of people out and thinking people are probably still trying to play this like a traditional Souls game, and I think that's what's catching people out. And what's catching me out a lot of the times is instead of when I see I'm outnumbered, my instinct is alright, I'll hold back and just take it a lot slower. When my instinct should be to just run away and like try and reset the encounter and like try and find a better approach to this.
The level layout as well seems very open. Like there didn't seem like there was a linear path in there.
That is also another thing I think is really good about this, because they've had to expand the areas a lot more to take into account that you can approach a lot of things from so many different angles.
Yeah.
Like it does feel like there is a lot more. Like these are way more open. So this is a giant chicken.
That is indeed. Why are you fighting the giant chicken?
Because it's gonna fuck me up if I don't. Chicken hurts.
Big old cockatrice. You're a big old cock about it, so...
So this is the bit I'm actually up to in the game. There was an ogre, like a chained up guy up
those
there.
bad guys down there too?
Yeah. And I'd say I tried to kill that ogre about 70 times.
I think he did at some point.
Yes, I did eventually kill that ogre.
Oh, samurai fight? Oh, never mind. I never did get the whole fact that they just cover themselves in hay.
It's warm. Look, it's snowy.
I thought it was supposed to be camouflage, but okay. So, like, are you about to do a boss fight?
So I'm coming up to the bit where I am in the... Oh, gee, I did that way too early. Oh!
I thought you killed you on go. I was like, Jesus. Ow. Oh, God, ow.
So this is where I'm kind of up to, and so I'd killed this ogre, he was up here, and I was like, yeah, cool, next bit, and there's literally, straight away, another mini-boss there. This game is like, it does fire a lot at you at all times.
So, one of the things I suppose, like, is this, like, you said his ward was stolen?
Yes.
And so is this just, like, the other enemy army?
Yes.
Alright, and they just have access to, like, monsters and shit?
Well, oh, Jesus. I think some guys, like, it hasn't really fully explained where I am yet, and it's implied that I am infiltrating the castle where I believe my ward to be.
Yeah.
This is some weird version of
What is...
I don't know.
Is she just banging her
I think
teapot at you?
she's like a sentry type thing, so I think if I hadn't already, like, triggered people, she would have banged her pot and
bang her.
Yeah. So,
oh, there's an enemy in there! Ding, ding, ding.
there's a wraith over here. I'm not sure what to think about this, so I was came up here and it's like, turn back if you value your life. You can't behead the headless. I was like, the fuck does that mean? But I couldn't, like, find... So I'll hold on, I'll do it. So you can do... There's a lot of bits like that where they kind of expect you to do, like, a leap of faith.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is. It sucks. I couldn't make that good. No.
Leap of faith.
I don't really know where. Like they imply, like you can go this way, but
maybe you can unlock an ability that lets you. Whoa.
So I haven't been this way before, so this will be an adventure for both of us.
What's the butterfly thing?
So that's just an item. That's just an item on the ground that I can pick up. And it's like, oh, sugar.
Wow, great. Some McKinney sugar. That's fantastic.
Is this... There's nowhere else for me to go.
Just down there to pick up some sugar. Pick up your grocery shopping, yeah.
I don't think I can get back up. This seems...
Can you not?
Oh, I can take that.
Will that hurt? Is there fall down? Obviously, there's like death, like fall down.
No, because even if I fall down here, I'll like I'll lose health, but I will teleport back up to like safe, like solid ground.
This kind of looks like it's like going.
This looks bad, but we're all gonna find out together.
This is for like something to decapitate you. It's like I'm the headless thing.
But I kind of want to die because I want to show off like
this.
Oh,
this does not look good.
Oh.
That's not so bad. That's nice. That's okay. This looks like...
Anything right here? No, okay. There's definitely something going on.
Something is going to fuck you up.
Oh.
Is there like, can you not like equip a torch or something? No?
That's the closest I got. But I can't target him.
Because he...
Oh god!
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh Jesus! Oh, this is bad! I don't want to be here! This seems real bad!
Why did we do that?
Oh,
Does he actually
I
not
can't
have
roll or anything! I'm died.
I couldn't even see if he had a head!
Okay, I'll not show off the resurrection here because I don't just instantly die again. That was really good.
Why could you not roll?
I don't know.
Must have been the whatever stab he hit you
the
with.
stabs of it stop me from rolling.
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay. So the other way in Souls games, generally when you die, you lose everything, or you lose all your soul, which is your experience and what you use to level up, and then you can do like a corpse run.
Yeah.
So they've kind of changed it for this one, where you'll see I have that 2 down there, which is the next skill point. That's like my experience, and they've split out the currency in this one, so you have experience and currency as 2 separate things.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have this unseen aid, which you see by the percentage there. So when I die, I will drop half of everything. So I'll drop half my experience, or half of the current level I have of experience, and half of my gold. I can't get those back. They are just gone. There's no corpse run in this. But that unseen aid is, when I die, there is a 13% chance, and that number fluctuates, that I won't lose anything.
Okay.
So essentially there's a chance that death will have no consequence for me apart from I have died.
Does the unseen aid, does that kind of range up and down from just kind of how long you fight for and like kill things?
There's a number of different factors in that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them is, you will have saw while I died there, I had a resurrection option.
Yeah.
So they've implied that my ward has some sort of sacred bloodline that he has bestowed some of its powers on me, and one of those powers is the power of resurrection.
Okay.
However, the more I use that resurrection, the more the people at the temple that I started the session at, they get sick. And the more people that are sick in that temple, the more people are sick, essentially that percentage goes down. I think it starts at a base of 30%. And you'll see, like, you actually get items for each person who's sick, if I remember correctly. Yes. So I have 2 people, there's 2 people there, and they're both sick. So this does 2 things. One, it reduces your unseen aid, and 2, you can't do their side quest if they're sick. There is a way to cure it, but I've yet to discover it, but I know there is a way to cure it.
So you revived twice, or is it
No,
just
so
kinda
it's a
accumulates,
yeah.
right?
So there's 2 pips down there. I don't know why there's 2. I'll be honest, because one of them is you can revive, unless there. I think there's an internal cooldown on reviving. So if I revive once, there's a short period of time where I can't revive again that same life until I hit a rest point. But if I hit a rest point, all my revives come back. So I think I have 2 stored revives currently.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna fight this guy. Let's get wild.
How did you see him? His grass covered him in the grass, Nick.
His grass covered him in the grass.
Yeah, that's what the camouflage is for. Wonder if that would make him more like susceptible.
Oh god,
that was a terrible idea. I wonder if that makes him more susceptible to fire. Like, will that catch fire more so? Ah, there's another one.
That's it. Can I get him to come into this room?
No, it looks like he's leashed at that point. It's like, oh, don't make me come in there.
Oh,
look at the other dude's going for it.
Jesus!
Oh, he's just bombing for it. No, is he?
No, he's also okay.
Oh, hey, well done.
Gosh, I did not think he would have the range on that.
So, like, we're coming up to the
What?
close to the end of this. Is there anything else you want to show off before we?
Oh my god, no! Oh, Jesus! So I'll show off the res. So essentially, I have this resurrect option. So I literally can just hit that and I'm back up.
I'm back, bitches! Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you? Oh god, I'm gonna die again.
Oh god, no! Oh no, that's the mini boss! Jesus!
How did he come up here? Oh,
This is a really bad place to fight this guy!
Like, you should probably just run.
Jump down! Okay. Alright.
This is where he's just gonna bust through the wall.
I don't think they'll come down here.
So is there anything else you want to show off before we cut away and talk over some gameplay for a bit?
No, that's really it. It's. I think I've shown off more or less everything so far.
You didn't rage quit. Proud of
Yeah.
you. So we're going to cut ahead and Nick will talk over and give his final opinions on the game over some lovely gameplay footage. So Nick,
Oh, my heart's going so fast.
if I was on the fence about
Sekiro.
that one, Shadows Die Twice, what would you say to me?
For someone who's way into the Soulsborne games like myself, I think it's an easy decision to say, yeah, pick this up. It's a really smart evolution of the Souls series, unlike that formula. But I even feel like some of the decisions they've made to make the game more user-friendly, like even the idea of having something you can just wheel on and practice timings and stuff, having the resurrection stuff, that while it has a downside, from what I can tell there's no massive downside to it. I think the death mechanics are a bit more user-friendly. I think they're less punishing for a lot of cases. I actually think this is kind of the most accessible Souls game for, I'd say, since the first Dark Souls, just because obviously it was new then. But From have made a lot of smart decisions around making this playable for someone who's not into the Souls game, and for it being a very smart evolution of people who are into the Souls game. So either way, if you're a fan of the genre, I think this is a smart choice, and I think this is easily one of the cooler games made this year so far.
Awesome. So that is Sekiro. Shadows Died Twice. Available on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for $49.99. There are not really any special dishes knocking about that I know of. Thank you very much for running away like a bitch, Nick.
No problem.
Didn't make one racist joke. I'm so proud of me.